Bobby Bowden says he's got it. I don't know. Last year he says he's got it. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, he's got it. And we're seeing that today.
But again, hit runs into his own man behind the line of scrimmage. It winds up going down. He's got 23 carries now for 146 yards. Preston has 9 carries, 134 yards. That's a lot of yards for the two tailbacks. But no touchdowns.
Second and 9.
Offensive line of the Irish going over what the defense for Florida State may have done, trying to make some adjustments.
Second down and 9. Batted down at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 9. Oliver Gibson and LaShane Sadler were in his face. Tomorrow night is $100,000 giveaway night on America's Funniest Videos, followed by new episodes of On Our Own and Lois and Clark. Then Mel Gibson, Danny Glover, and Joe Pesci star in the action movie that's fun, Lethal Weapon 3, the network premiere tomorrow night on ABC. Third down conversions for the Noles, 2 out of 7 today. Irish show blitz. They're coming. And Cannell throws it into the ground. And the Florida State will punt.
And a jailbreak after him. This was supposed to be a little screen pass. You saw Davey. Here's his 2 linebackers. Nobody's going to touch him. Shiver gets a piece of it, but it's a screen both ways. You talk about in trouble as a quarterback.
Got 10 of them up on the front going after Maury. Now they peel off, but they did get some pressure on him, but he gets a good kick away. Very high hanger, looking up into the bright sun. Mosley handles it. He could very well have dropped it, but the Irish will have it after the 40-yard punt at their own 23. Beckton and Zellers in the backfield. Paulus changing things at the line of scrimmage. Florida State's got 7 folks up on that line. Paulus gets it away. And it is incomplete, almost intercepted by number 18, Sean Hamlin. Had his hands on it, but couldn't reel it in.
That's just a poor throw by the quarterback, Keith. Paulus, he was not pressured. It was a 2-man route. It was supposed to be a go to the outside, and he just did not get a good spin on the ball. Neither quarterback playing well here today. I don't think either one is playing with a lot of confidence, and sometimes that affects the way you throw.
2nd and 10. Beckton stepped away from penetration. But it didn't get much out of it. Here's 20.
Keith, before this game began, Dave Roberts, who is the offensive coordinator for Notre Dame, said he felt one of the keys would be their performance on first down to avoid 3rd and long situations. They've been averaging so far in this ball game 5.3 yards on every first down, so I think that's one of the small keys for the offense of Notre Dame that makes a big difference in the outcome. Keith?
Well, they're looking at 3rd and 8 right here. Come after him. They don't get him. One of his own men is in the way, and he can't get around him. And he finally goes down. He got tangled up there, and Ryan Leahy was trying to get away from him. Dusty Ziegler, and finally the Noles get him.
That's a snapshot of the season that Paulus has had. He has not had a lot of time to throw, and when he has had the time, he hasn't had the receivers getting open for him. It's been a tough year all around for offensively for Notre Dame.
Wachtel is in to punt. See his 4th, 45, 47, and 45. James Posey for it. That's a pretty good kick. Good kick. Posey coming around up the sideline. Looking for a little help. He was trying to outrun that one man, Edwards, and he couldn't get by him. 47-yard punt. So once again, the Noles will start a possession, pretty good field position, their 35-yard line at 55 seconds to go in the third quarter.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the
And
Seminoles.
trailing the Irish by 1, 10-9. Preston comes out to start this possession at tailback. On first down, Cannell goes good. Kez McCorvey. Put the ball at the Notre Dame 45. First down.
Harvey looks like he may have been limping, and it's a nice throw by Cannell. First down passing. Both wide receivers running outs. Florida State needs to get the confidence of Cannell. As you see McCorvey limping off. He is number 2 all time in their receptions at Florida State.
One of only 2 men to get 200 yards in a game. The other, of course, being Ron Sellers. Going big. Too long. Omar Ellison running down the middle of the field on a post. Had gained a half a step on Ivory Covington, but the ball was well over his head.
It's a tough miss, too, for Cannell, because they were in a blitz situation. He had man-to-man coverage with his receiver running downfield. It's just throw it in there, and it's just part of the inconsistency that has bothered Cannell this year.
Florida State now total 64 plays to 35 for Notre Dame, but the Irish lead 10-9. On second down and 10 to the sidelines, it is too high. Andre Cooper was the man in the neighborhood, but it was well over his head.
Talking with Bob Davie, the defensive coordinator for Notre Dame, he says a lot of difference this year. He says you don't have to worry about that guy back there scrambling from quarterback. Of course, he was talking about Charlie Ward. Cannell has started his 9 or 10 games. He started a couple of games in the past when Charlie was hurt, and he started all the games this year.
16 seconds remaining, third quarter, 3rd and 10.
Here they come again.
Blitzen. Beats him with it. Pass caught by Omar Ellison. And he will have a first down for the Seminoles.
Well, obviously, the approach at Notre Dame is pressure the quarterback and see if he can get it to the wide receivers. Here are the linebackers again. They're going to blitz. Now watch as the offensive line does a nice job, and Cannell sees it coming. He gets back, allows his receiver time to run his route. That's the way to do it.
And he's got a first down at the 28-yard line. Notre Dame. They're coming again.
Yep.
And this time Preston steps over it, goes down the middle, touchdown. For 1. Good. 2 ticks left on the third quarter clock. And Florida State goes back into the lead 16-10.
That was another blitz. Notre Dame has blitzed about 3 or 4 times. It's Crockett, I believe, the fullback, that gets a piece of Sadler and the other linebacker. And once you get through that initial line, when the defense blitzes, when you get through that initial line, there's nobody left to make a play.
28 yards on the carry for that redshirt freshman, Rock Preston. You can see the headlines tomorrow, can't you?
Here's a look at it from behind the offense. Those are the two linebackers. Preston gets the ball. See, there's a huge gaping hole in there. McNeil, the offensive guard, 68, does a nice job. Actually, the fullback knocked two guys down.
He did.
Like a bowling ball.
Yeah. Terrific block. Mosley is 2 yards deep in the end zone. Oh, hello. He's out close to the 40. Quarter is over. Back with more. The Notre Dame Florida State game after this message and a word from our ABC station. Irish have the football. First down at their own 38-yard line with Beckton at tailback and Zellers at fullback and Paulus the quarterback. Pressure coming from the backside. The pass is away and he leads the fullback Zellers too much, and it is incomplete.
Total yardage big in favor of Florida State. Notre Dame only being able to rush for 91 yards, and then the bottom about 10 minutes time of possession in favor of the Seminoles. 67 plays to only 35 for Notre Dame. That's 32 more plays for the Seminoles. Not a very good offensive production so far for the Irish.
Blitz. Pick it up. Beckton is down. Penetration's too great. Corey Fuller, cornerback, made the play. The tailbacks for Florida State as we go into this fourth quarter have been quite a story. Dunn has 146 yards. Preston has 162 yards on only 10 carries. McMillan has added 3.
That's what we mentioned earlier, that the game would be won or lost in the offensive line. The running backs are following that line. Neither quarterback really having a stellar day. That's an understatement.
3rd and 11. Blitz completed the pass. Runs into the umpire. Mosley finally gets up to the 45. Paulus is down along with one of the Seminoles, and Paulus Shaken is first to get up, but he was buried back there, and it's Boulware who is hurt.
This is a wide receiver screen. Watch as every defensive lineman for the Seminoles will come free, all of them. Now that's what you call taking care of yourself if you're a quarterback. Paulus has taken a beating this year. Bumps and bruises, and gained the respect of his players and his teammates. He's limping off after that little
go round
run in, with
yeah, old Cowboys would call that a go round.
That play wasn't set up too poorly until he ran into the umpire.
Being dehorned.
Boulware has a sister that runs cross country for Notre Dame. So, and he had a brother that was going to Georgia Tech, so 2 weeks in a row, he's got a sibling at the opponent's university. Good player.
Waddle is in the punt now on 4th down as the Irish are 3 yards short of the first down. That's James Colsey looking up into the sun for Florida State to accept. Very good. I mean, that's a cold, dead shank. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. That wasn't even a wounded goose. So I think at this juncture, if they have some serious ideas of putting it away, this would be a very good time to do it.
Great field position.
Yep. And again, he's got at least 8 yards on the carry. Notre Dame defense got to be getting tired.
Well, the offensive line is doing the main part of the work. McNeil is 68, Fordham 71, Shiver is the center 53, and sooner or later the back is going to pop through, and offensive line just doing a great job.
One of the Irish players down on the field. I'll tell you what, Shiver got locked on to Oliver Miller there, Gibson rather, and just rode him right out of there. He's a tough guy, Shiver, at 275, only a junior. And big Oliver Gibson ain't that bad either. All right, here's the man who was shaken up on the play. It's number 37, Travis Davis. Kes McCorvey coming back offensively now as Mr. Davis leaves. He's out of Carson, California. It'll be 2nd down and 2 for the Seminoles. The ball near the Notre Dame 48-yard line. Fullback. Big old Zach. All 245 pounds of him move the chains. 1st down. Next week on ABC on Saturday. We'll start it at noon Eastern time with the old Michigan-Ohio State annual. And then at 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific, these games. Auburn, Alabama, Illinois, Wisconsin, USC, UCLA, Oregon, Oregon State. Check your local listings. Call your cable operator. Sit down and enjoy. Here on ABC.
308 yards for Florida State. Notre Dame came into the game only averaging 118 yards that the opponents given up to their opponents. So Florida State already 200 yards better than what Notre Dame normally gives up rushing.
LaShane Sadler, number 2 at a linebacker position, came from the outside to make that play on DUNN. No gain. 2nd down and 10. Sideline, good, short of the marker. Won't be a 1st down. Andre Cooper made the catch.
The Florida State offense, Keith, lost some pretty impressive people. Some of the wide receivers, Fryer, Charlie Ward. They'd also lost Tamarick Vanover. They didn't think they were going to lose, but he left. He left school early, and I think he went to play in the Canadian Football League.
I look at a play like that, Bob, and the thing that immediately comes wandering through my old head is a hook and go on the sideline.
Yeah. Well, setting it up.
First down to Kes McCorvey. So it's going to move the ball inside the 30. To the 28.
Excuse me, Keith. The Bowl Coalition and how they're doing today. A lot of teams playing later. Kansas State's had a great year, haven't they?
Yep. That Chad May's pretty good.
Yes, he is.
On the 1st down play, ball goes to Warwick Dunn, and he's hunted down from behind by Oliver Gibson.
Warwick Dunn, stopped by Brian McGee. More scores.
And Warwick is laying there on that soggy sod saying, would you remove your large body from me? You feel like an arm walk.
Holtz was saying that he's indebted to Bobby Bowden for what he did for his son Skip. You know, Skip is now the head coach at Connecticut, UConn. But Bobby Bowden gave him a job, his first assistant's job, and worked with him, and Lou is really indebted to him.
Good solid defensive effort there by the Irish as Warwick Dunn is taken down by Travis Davis. Davis, mind you, is the strong safety, and he was sitting right up there in the line of scrimmage. And number 36 just left, dragging a shoulder or an arm for the Irish. Jeremy Sample, the inside linebacker, just left the field. And it looked very tender on his left shoulder. So on 3rd and 8, the Irish go to the nickel package now, anticipating pass. Kennan Tatum checks in at that linebacker position, a sophomore from Fayetteville, North Carolina. Florida State's 4 out of 10 on 3rd down conversions today, and Cannell comes back to throw it. He goes high and wide. Ball 4.
Well, he had to throw that high and wide because they only sent out the 2 wide receivers, and they went down and broke to the out. They kept everybody else in the block. The blitzing that Bob Davie had done with Notre Dame has forced them to go to that tactic, and they just wanted maximum protection, and they just guessed wrong.
Here comes Mr. Mowry now, and this is man-sized, 44 yards. It's double XL at least. Got a lot of leg on it. Missed it. Oh, that could have been big.
He hooked it.
That would have made it 19 for Florida State. Instead, Notre Dame gets the ball and pretty good field position. It's Kinder behind the line of scrimmage. Too slow developing. Can't do that with Florida State. They'll eat you alive.
It may seem strange to those who watch Notre Dame and know Lou Holtz and how much he loves the option. I don't think we've seen one option play here all day.
We have not.
And the reason being, Paulus, his quarterback, is not a real good option. That's not to say he hasn't run some, but he's banged up, he's nicked up, and I think that's why you're not seeing it. And the speed of Florida State.
2nd and 12. Paulus's pass is caught by Zellers. Great play by Ray Zellers. Looking right back into the bright sun, concentration, and balled it in. I want to say this now while I have a moment. Well, go ahead, and then I'll try to get this information in.
Zellers, the fullback, is going to sneak out. This kid is talented, Paulus. There's no doubt about it. Throws it over and inside the line, but just a little inexperienced. Notre Dame is about a year away of really being good, Keith.
1st down, ball at the 43. Zellers the fullback, nothing there. Florida State has 36 more plays in this ball game than Notre Dame. 306 more yards, 18 more first downs, yet they only lead by 6 points.
Yeah. And both linebackers are going to be involved in this play. Bush is 44, and Brooks is number 10. They avoid the blocks and get up and make the play.
Wallace gives it to Kinder. Kinder all the way to the Florida State 40-yard line and a first down. Corey Fuller made the tackle.
Fresh legs. Kinder is not played a lot today because of the healthy situation with Becton. But Keith, you're so right. Florida State has dominated this game. Florida has a chance to win it. I mean, Notre Dame, not Florida State. Florida State's in trouble.
8 minutes to play.
There's your option.
That's the first one today, and it works. Becton to the 20, 19. First down, Notre Dame.
I think the lack of the option, like I said, was just because of the admitting that Florida State has so much speed. You don't want to run east and west too often, but Holtz waited until the 4th quarter to really get the option outside. That was a good time to call it.
First down at the Florida State 19. Edwards and Becton in the backfield. a yard. Darrell Bush, inside backer, number 44, first man to arrive.
Just a redshirt freshman. He's been very active this year. It's surprising that a redshirt freshman would start for Florida State. They play a lot of players. Mickey Andrews likes to get a lot of different players in. Has always used that philosophy.
Checking off calls timeout with 4 seconds remaining on the play clock. 6:47 remaining in the game. Option, Beckton. Not quite the first down. Not quite. Number 11, Devin Bush, is shaken up for Florida State. But he's up walking around now. That gained about 8 yards.
Well, if you run the option, or if you run a play and it does well for you, you want to get it back in the thick of things and call it again. And Holtz did that. He caught it earlier in this drive. He skipped a couple of plays and he got it right back in there. And both times the option has done well.
Edwards and Zellers in the backfield. It is 3rd and a long 2. Timeout called by Florida State. So the defensive folks in the conference, Lee Beckton and Ray Zellers, are in the backfield for Notre Dame. Big play. Option. Beckton turns upfield. Took a wallop, and he is short. He is short of that first down marker. Number 90, Derek Alexander, was the man who turned him away.
Holtz calls the plays, and he knows what is going well for him. He goes back to the option a 3rd time. This time, Florida State gets up and stops him short of the first down.
Here comes Alexander right there. Randy Kinder is in. The Irish have no choice. They've got to go. 4th and 2. To throw it. Now throws it. Derek May. Satisfied with the crystal. They're not satisfied with the silver. They want the family jewels. And they're trying to get them right here. As Scott Senja goes for the lead on the extra point. Goodness. That's like getting kicked in the stomach for that bunch of offensive linemen.
Yeah. Here's another look at it. Both kickers have missed field goals. When one missed a field goal, this missed the extra point to put them ahead, hits the goalpost. Florida State has changed kickers this year, and so has Lou Holtz.
Oh. Well,
been that kind of year, Lou.
I know exactly what he's going to say when the game's over. He's going to say, if you can't make an extra point, you don't deserve to win.
It's been that kind of year, Keith. His kicking has not been good. His special teams, his kickers, his offensive line has been injured. He started the year without a quarterback that had ever taken a snap at Notre Dame. He gets the strength of his team is his 2 running backs. He loses them for 4 or 5 games. It's just been that type of year.
You see the history that goes with Derek May's 9th touchdown reception, tying my old friend Jack Snow's record at Notre Dame. Rock Preston and Tiger McMillan now are the deep people for Florida State. 16-16 tie with 5:17 to play. That's a lot of time for Florida State. A lot of tools. It's a high kick. It's not too deep. It is Tiger McMillan at the 16. Kind of late getting started, but finally gets the wheels spinning and gets it out to near the 33-yard line.
Let's go back and take a look at the touchdown. Now here it is. We've started it. Here's Paulus here. He is rolled out. That's going to buy him some time. The receiver is here. He's open, but he's going to go down and run a curl in the back of the end zone. Now watch the defensive back. He comes up to play the out, and then he goes like an out and up. And this is a nice throw. These two guys have really locked in on each other all year. Derek Mays and Ron Paulus. It's been a good combination for the Irish.
Now it's up to Danny Cannell to see whether or not he can lead Surge to respond. He's 13 out of 26 for 136 yards. He's got McCorvey wide open. He's got it. McCorvey broke away from Brian McGee, and the ball was on the money.
Well, McCorvey is on McGee, who is the free safety, because they had the little corner blitz again. This is a nice throw by Cannell. Makes a big play. He's missed a couple of long passes earlier, but he hits on the one that he needs.
McCorvey 6 catches, 97 yards. First down at the 19. Messon is in at the wideout position. Bucket, the fullback, rejuvenated as he bounds down through there and picks up about 6 yards. So suddenly the hopes and optimism of Florida State is soaring again after that big play. Davis suffering on the Irish side. Hard to handle McCorvey all day.
Yes.
He's pretty good.
Yes, he is. He's an outstanding player. Came in with 173 receptions.
Fullback again. The old-fashioned way. First and goal at the 7. If I got 245 pounds of angry bull, I'm going to let him sick him. And that's what they're doing.
Crockett doesn't get an opportunity very often in this offense. Normally, it's a pass-oriented offense. First, the ball goes to the wide receivers. Then it goes to the tailback to carry the football. And then, as an afterthought, it goes to the fullback. And, you know, they had a fullback. There's McCorvey. He came in to the game today with 173 career receptions and 16 touchdowns, but they had a pretty good fullback here last year by the name of William Floyd, who didn't get a lot of respect around here, but went in the first round of the NFL draft.
78 plays, 506 yards for Florida State so far. This time it goes to the tailback. And Warwick Dunn, who's had a bit of a breather, slams his way to the 5. It'll be second down and goal from the 5. Warwick Dunn on the day, 28 carries, 159 yards. And he doesn't have a sore shoulder. Rock Preston, 10 carries, 162
Hey, what
yards.
happened?
And they play the same position on the same team.
Amazing, isn't it?
Now, you know, Florida State has had some field goal problems in the past also.
Certainly have.
I mean, you don't want to just sit there and say, we'll just kick the field goal and win this game.
It's just done again. Got loose, touchdown! Watch for number 55 on this play in white.
And watch 69, that's McNeil, the guard. McNeil gets a nice block to seal off. You got to hand hand it to Dunn and Preston, but that offensive line led by McNeil and Shiver has done an outstanding job.
Oliver Gibson just missed his quarry. The kick is good. And it's now Florida State 23 and Notre Dame 16. And here's John Saunders. All right, huge pass play to Kes McCorvey. That got everything going for them. And here's the TD.
Well, you give it to the guy and the position that's been doing well for you all day. That's the tailback position. Dunn and Preston.
Gibson just missed it. But he's so quick. He is hard to reel in.
Florida State responded pretty quickly.
Yes, they did. 2 minutes and 53 seconds to play as Mosley makes the catch at the 3-yard line. And had a chance. If he comes left, he had a chance up the middle. But they take him down at about the 26-yard line. Very few flags in this ball game today. An impressive lack of them. Now with the scrimmage play, it'll be 2:45 to go in the ball game. Notre Dame has 2 timeouts remaining. Grammatically correct to say 2 times out. But we keep it in sports vernacular so Dave Burns can understand it. Randy Kinder and Ray Zellers. This is Kinder. And they jump him pretty good. That's Derek Brooks and Darrell Bush and Clifton Abraham. Numbers for Warwick Dunn.
That's only half the story, too.
He had the tough stuff. Second down and 9. Wallace throws it away. Chuck Rowe, some 4 years ago, heard about the possibility, figured out the possibility to match these guys because the Irish were losing a game when Penn State went into the Big Ten. Lo and behold, he started hunting and searching and talking and poking and made it all come together today. And the crowd is the largest crowd ever at the Florida Citrus Bowl. 72,868. Paulus gets it up high. Mary is trying to run under it. Very good coverage on him. Number 4, Corey Fuller. Outstanding cornerback for Florida State, right in his pocket.
Well, they had a little blitz on to put some pressure. You got a jam. Ball's in the air. Now you can't jam him after the ball's in the air. It's just good coverage and a tough throw.
Ball is at just outside the 28 for Notre Dame, and it's 4th and 9. 1:59 to play, and here's the old ball game, perhaps right here. Depends on the spot. Nobody open. I mean, there was nobody available to throw the ball to. If he doesn't have it, Florida State gets it. Florida State will take over if he didn't get his first down at the 28-yard line. Didn't make it.
Well, Keith, we're into the play. Paulus has dropped back. You mentioned there's nobody open. Here's one of the receivers. Here's another receiver. Here's his third and only other receiver that he has out. And as you can see, none of them were open. It's then that he scrambled. Now he takes off running, and nobody uncovers till he crosses the line of scrimmage.
And so the Noles will take over. He gets it where he was downed, if you will. So it's not the 28, but the 36. Preston and Crockett. And they'll just grind it out. Now, Notre Dame has 2 timeouts remaining, so they can kill the clock a couple of times. We get a little pushing and shoving out in the middle of the field out there, but no big deal. We are coming up on 1.5 minutes to play in the ball game.
Here's the story of the game right here. The 2 running backs, the 2 tailbacks for Florida State, both over 160 yards, both having a touchdown. And you got to give a big plus to that offensive line of Hernandez, Tyre, Shiver, McNeil, and Fordham, and Laureano has been in there also.
2nd down and 10. Rock Preston on that carry. So they call it a Texaco Star Classic ball game. Each school will get $50,000 scholarships endowed, both at Florida State and Notre Dame. Each team should take away about $1 million. Nice afternoon in the sunshine.
It's like a bowl game, really, Keith.
Yep, it is.
I mean, when you get 2 of the top teams in the nation, a Notre Dame and a Florida State, to come and play. Neither one is a home game, but you get them to come. That's like a bowl game, and it's been that type of atmosphere.
Games we've documented well for you, as John was telling you a while ago, and we've told you over and over, the games that are following this afternoon are all wrapped up in blue ribbon. Because every one of those games will have something to do with postseason possibilities, including the championship, which is the coveted thing. Rose Bowl involved in those first 2 games. Sugar Bowl in that 3rd game. Cotton Bowl in that 4th game. Pay-per-view will be offering you some of the games in different areas of the country, so check your cable operator. And, of course, we'll have a free one for you wherever you might be in your area. Nebraska and Iowa State. Jimmy Walden's gone at Iowa State. I understand that Gary Gibbs may be gone from Oklahoma. So there changes this year in college football. This is Rock Preston. And a couple of yards on the play. But these 2 old wizards that have been matching wits here in the Citrus Bowl this afternoon will be back again and heard from again and again and again.
Holtz says that he talks to a lot of coaches during the season and throughout the offseason, but he says there's not many that he just calls to talk to and just to chat. And Bobby Bowden is one of those that he does that with. I think these guys are really friendly, and not just in coaching terms, but just like each other's company.
Utah trying to roll along in the WAC. Boston College big over Syracuse, 31-0.
The team in yellow is the winning team.
I think Syracuse has just completely run out of people and out of gas. Their tank's empty, probably by now.
It kind of died out the second half of last week's game against Miami.
Well, the little brown jug is still in doubt.
What they put in that little brown jug here, Hoss?
Hey, lad. 'Tis enough to make you tingle. Fourth down. They need 7 yards. 54 seconds to play in the ball game. And I would think they would punt here. Little pooch. Hit toward the corner. Now it kicked the other way. And rolled into the end zone. Well, he needs to go practice his pooch kicking.
The thing there was just get it off. Just get it over the line of scrimmage. Don't let him block it.
He had in mind angling it toward the right corner, but it kicked the other way. So here you go with 48 seconds. Isn't that what it says? 48 seconds. 23-16. Notre Dame will get one more shot. They don't go away. They're 80 yards away, and Florida State leads by 7. Well, you got all the experience out there. You got Beckman, you got Zellers. And here's Paulus stepping away from the pressure. Knocked out of bounds. Knocked out by Abraham.
Talk about some good on-the-job training. Ron Paulus right here is getting it. Holt said that it wasn't his plan to come into the season without any experience at the quarterback position. That's the way it turned out. He had planned on getting Paulus some snaps and some experience last year as a true freshman, but he broke his collarbone twice and was out for the year.
He's 9 of 20, 83 yards, 2 interceptions, and 1 touchdown. It's 2nd down and 8. The ball is at the 22. Pressure coming, throws it out, throws it high, had to get rid of it in a hurry because thunder was coming down the back of his neck.
Paulus is down and getting up very slowly.
Peter Boulware. Well, he took Boulware just got all of it.
Yeah, he did. It was a screen. He was unblocked, and you know, Paulus has won the respect of these teammates, even though they're much older. He is the leader because of the beating and the battering. He just gets up, doesn't say anything, even though it's not his fault, but he just goes back to work at it.
And knock him down again. It was Derek Alexander who made that play. So Alexander in successive years has had big games defensively against Notre Dame.
You got to tip the hat to Mickey Andrews, the defensive coordinator for Florida State, throwing a shutout.
Lou's trying to get him to do something. They're walking around as if this is it, and it will be it.
Lou saying, use your head, call a timeout.
He didn't have a timeout, but he never got it down on the ground. Now he throws it into the ground, and the game is over. Final score, Florida State 23, Notre Dame 16. Genuine Chevrolet, most valuable players of the game, Bobby Taylor from Notre Dame. 6 tackles today, including the touchdown. Warwick Dunn for Florida State. Chevrolet donating $1,000 to each school's general scholarship fund for outstanding students for their academic achievements and to help those in financial need. And so it is done at the Florida Citrus Bowl. 23-16, Florida State continues to march right along. We've got the second half of the doubleheader coming up with these games for you, and again, they're all important in their respective regions. And at halftime, we'll have these 2 coaches for you, so enjoy the rest of the afternoon.